and to bring attention to the war that's going on in Gaza. The DC Metro Police were on high alert, deploying mace to the surrounding crowds in efforts to control the crowd. The anticipation for this large protest, what they were called guard. They were not aware that the protest would be this large. They were aware that a protest was happening. It was a very viral protest that was happening on TikTok and other social media platforms. This is the largest protest they've seen in 2 decades. The amount of people that came out in support, the diversity that came out in support for the crisis in Gaza, the amount of children that have been killed in Gaza. So heavy policing was needed. This is one of the most significant protests that we've seen, like I said, in 2 decades. The protest was highlighted all over news platforms, and we're really, really hoping that genocide stops everywhere. There's no room for that. And the next topic, we have Howard University. Howard University has now revoked Diddy's honorary degree. As most people know, Diddy attended Howard University. So this news is a direct reflect of the video shown last month of him assaulting Cassie in 2016. Wow. Not only are they taking his honorary degree back, but the $1 million contribution in scholarships this year alone, they are terminating just weeks after graduation, which is so unfair to so many students, and that I highly disagree with. I understand honorary degrees being taken back. Epstein lost his, Kevin Spacey lost his, Charlie Sheen lost his. So I understand the honorary degree being revoked, but to take back funding from students to further their education is complete nonsense in my opinion. That Howard University stands behind their core values and beliefs, and ADV is no longer worthy of the institution's honor.
Wait, so who took back the funding?
Howard University returning them. He gives $1 million each year.
So they're returning the money to him, and the students that would get that money won't get it no more.
No, won't get it.
Now, make that make sense.
2 weeks ago. So
make that make sense, though. Does it make sense?
It's completely unfair. They said that his donations fundamentally no longer worthy, and stands behind their beliefs and values, core values.
Doesn't make sense. Like, the students shouldn't have to suffer because of his personal business.
Listen, when Geico gives you a scholarship, gives you funding, you don't know what the CEOs and chairmen are doing in their private life.
Right.
You don't know what they're doing in their private life. So to take funding from students is insane. Bill Cosby lost his honorary degree, and students lost over $60 million in funding over that years. Harvey Weinstein, $10 million in funding was stripped when he lost the endorsement and scholarships and things of that nature. The funding for students, they should not lose funding. This is insane. Students will not have the funds to continue their education. So that right there is nonsense in itself. Also, with Sluts and Eggs, we're going to talk about another thing that's going on. It's the paid protest. Donald Trump is receiving ridicule because of an ad paying people $75 to pose as MAGA extras in the audience. They believe it's not a great representation of broadcasting when you have people being paid to be at rallies. His team is defending that statement by saying it was marketing and promo. So some people are looking at it as, are these real supporters or not? And speaking of Donald Trump, Amber Rose is standing behind her support and endorsement for Donald Trump, and saying that she is going to continue to financially endorse his campaign. She also explained why the slut walk no longer occurs. She said that the message of the slut walk, which was against sexual harassment, rape victims, body shaming, turned into a parade for people to just walk around naked. The message got lost, and that's why the slut walk no longer happened anymore. She did previously have Trump's endorsement on that, so that's why she's standing behind Donald Trump in there. And with Sluts and Eggs, the topic of the day on social media right now is a woman who has sexual relationships with a man for financial gain versus a woman that has sexual relations for free. What is worse? That is the topic on Hollywood Unlocked. What is worse? A woman who has sexual relations with a man for free with no gain, or a woman who has it to gain something. So Sluts and Eggs, media and culture unscrambled.
Oh, I still want to take that. Ray, you take that.
No, I'll take that after I play some music. We'll be right back. Soul to soul. Keep it locked. It's Ray Davis One Show.
So because this is important to me, I've read this report from Arts, Education, and Data, and it's about music, and they say that it is a huge decline in it being provided. And it's not about state and county; it's more focused on urban, what they call it, to be specific.
But where urban communities?
It's a research everywhere, so across the
So
United
it's
States.
like all urban
Across the
communities all
United
together.
States. Yeah. It says that the new data reveals that that a disproportionate number of public school students without access to music and art education are concentrated in schools in major urban communities. Have the highest percentage of students eligible for free/reduced price meals and are either majority Black, Hispanic, or Native American. In addition, many of these students without music and arts education attend public charter schools. So that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, we're talking about Metro Atlanta. Can I see that article?
When we have a discrepancy
it
like
in the,
that, okay, based on the text message I sent last week, whenever there's a discrepancy like you just had on the air, Chichi is supposed to research that. Okay, he's a research person. So immediately, when I say, okay, there's been a decline in Black music, music in schools, and she says it hasn't, immediately go to Google, okay, and be like the mediator. Like, okay, this is what Google says. It's not what Ray says. It's not what Spanker says. It's what the facts are. Okay, so it's not because very easily anybody could look. Okay, because we don't want to put out fake news. Period. Okay, so at the end of the day, as a journalist, your job is to remain
Journalist.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
is she a journalist?
No, so I have a background,
I didn't say anybody
but
who's
there
a
are like
journalist.
5
I said
articles
as a
here.
journalist, when we're reporting shit like that, it becomes journalistic.
But is she a journalist?
I have a background.
Okay,
No.
so you are a journalist.
I have a background.
And I have a degree in broadcast journalism.
But like I said, when you do journalism, you can't just take the first article you read. You need
Yeah,
research.
that's
You
what
need
I'm
to
asking.
fully
I heard
read
what-
things
So
too.
stop right there, repeat what you just said.
You need to fully. I got there 5
No, no,
articles
no.
here on that topic.
That's
I'm
what
glad you
I
sent me
hear what
one.
Mogul's saying,
Okay,
but where
repeat
and what?
what you
Who wrote?
I have to
Who
see the
wrote
site
it?
of it,
Yeah,
make
who
sure
wrote
it's
it? How credible? Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's a
yeah.
lot of things. I can't just be like, oh, let me
That's
just.
why you said according to the source.
Yeah, of course, because I'm reading here the
But they're
Journal
not
of
the
Black
source.
Higher Education. There's one from Yamaha Music. There's one from
And
Word
what do
in
they all
Black.
say? Or what do they all say? Is there any
They're
discrepancy
different data. I have to read each
This
one
is
of
from
them.
Warren, New Jersey in 2022, so the article Mogul sent. So it's like, you can't just
You have to
say-
look at what year, who
Or
wrote
site.
it, how credible the person is. It's a lot of information. You can't just,
And this article was made in 2002 based on the National Arts Education Report somewhere in 2019.
2019.
Yeah, so this article from, so you gotta, like I said, she can't
It has
just
to,
see
yeah, you can't
something
just
and
see,
just
that's not the way it
say
works.
When you say it over there,
What?
say exactly that. According to 2019,
Okay,
that's what it was. That's what the source says.
so let me look at something in 2024.
But the gist of this whole conversation right here is whenever there's an online discrepancy or live on the air, your role as Chichi Styles is to immediately go to Google, not to take a side, not to be like, oh, you right, or you right today. Just immediately go, well, let's see what Google says.
And this article is based on 17 states. Just
So it's
17
not on
states.
52.
Yeah, 50 states here in America. This information from the
tell me.
AEBE report.
But some of us, some
That's
states, we're not,
17 states.
some states we're not.
Represented.
So let me say what Wikipedia said.
Let me
This
ask you a
report,
This represents states.
this
it's
report reveals,
Arizona, Arkansas, California, Delaware, Georgia, Iowa, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Rhode Island. There's black people in every state.
this report reveals that while 92% of students in the U.S. In public schools have access to music education in schools, another 3 million do not have that same opportunity in addition. 2 million plus students do not have access in arts education, defined as dance, music, theater, and visual arts. And that is a report from SBA magazine as of 2024. So you don't have to read into it to know which
Where you get that source
is
from.
is black,
It's
which
black
is black.
neighborhoods.
Yeah, of
We don't
course.
have music in the
But
schools
she has
no
to
more.
cite where it came
You
from.
have to
That's a
cite where it came
magazine
from.
just reporting it.
Well,
She
we
has to
already-
figure out
we
what the
already
source.
went over that.
Mogul sent us actual data from an
So,
actual
what you just
credible
read, is there
source.
a decline in music in schools?
There is a decline.
Okay.
There's a decline in student participation in music by 4.46%.
Right.
And the losses are
But that's
disapproved.
participation, and that means kids don't want to participate. That doesn't mean they don't have funding or access to it. What Mogul sent was something completely different. Mogul sent actual schools not having the funding for it. That's completely different. Now that's a different topic.
There's no funding because it's designed to not to have funding.
What she read was kids not wanting to participate. How kids don't want to go outside anymore. Kids aren't into that. That's
They wanna play
different.
video
That's
games,
kids
they wanna
not
be in
wanting to do it.
IT.
So read something else.
Mogul's actually is on point. It's just the data.
The data is
is
old. So,
All I
All
know
right.
is Metro Atlanta got rewarded because of their arts
So
and music
also-
program.
With that
So
being
according
said,
to
all the
Yamaha
super
Music-
Black producers, they know how to play instruments, I guess.
I don't
They
know
know how to
that.
play keyboards,
I don't-
saxophones.
I don't know that. I know tons of great
I know
composers.
for a
Quincy Jones.
fact.
Quincy Jones has a program that goes into underdeveloped communities and teaches people how to compose music.
And Quincy
Quincy Jones is
Jones-
an actual composer.
When
And
Quincy
actually-
Jones came out, it was still black and white TV.
What I'm saying is Quincy
oh,
Jones.
you love
has-
music? I know, right?
What I'm saying
So,
is there's tons of black people that actually are educated on making music,
Some of my-
creating music instruments.
I have a guest
reading
who's saying he
music.
loves music, and I get it, you know, but we're talking about the fact that music is declining in schools.
Period.
And I'm looking at this arts education data from AEDP.
In black
They
schools.
reported in 2019
Right.
that 92% of public school students do have access to music education. More than 3.6 million students do not, and that over 2 million students do not have access to any arts education, dance, music, theater, visual
Right, in
arts.
urban markets. Right?
And they also are saying that the majority of students are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and the schools are the highest percentage of students eligible for free and reduced price meals, and are the ones that don't have access to music.
All right, so read that over there.
Okay?
Okay.
This is from Yamaha Music
It's
USA.
crazy. It says that it's a rise since 2022, but the problem is that 91% of student schools are now doing STEM and IT programs. So they're seeing a rise in IT
And STEM,
coding stuff,
and a
which makes
declining.
sense because kids are
It
into
has nothing to do
electronics.
with what we're talking about.
Yes, it
We're
makes
talking about
sense.
decline in music
Do
in
you-
schools.
did you
But it
ever
makes
think-
sense
makes
if
sense that kids
there's
are
a
into-
rise
I
in
mean,
other
you can make
things.
sense of it, but
If-
the statement was.
Okay, the reason what I'm
that's
saying
not
is based
black
off
music,
Mogul's,
real instruments anymore.
based off of what Mogul gave us,
Piano,
it makes sense for the
Violins, bass.
But it makes sense that kids
trumpets.
are not into music as much in the programs. 91% of kids
Well, that,
are
these
IT.
kids are lazy.
IT is not some easy program to get into. IT
He
is
said the
very,
kids today are lazy. Is that true? AK, are the kids
to be
lazy?
honest, no disrespect
Hi,
to music,
AK.
but the fact that 91% of kids
Hi,
in urban schools are now in
Jaquan.
IT programs, industry that black kids were not into, is actually not bad. I know a lot of people try to downplay IT, like, oh, it's just Google, it's just BS.
They only do it.
IT
But they're making
will-
money on it.
IT can take you
No,
far.
they're doing
Yeah.
it because they all got PS5 and Xboxes and barely can pay their
Yeah,
rent.
but IT, coding, things like that, like, don't downplay
It's making
IT.
money.
That's amazing.
And it's
yet
making
an
money.
Industry that was
We're off
not,
the subject.
an industry that was not even.
So it's
once
rising,
was.
it's, music is reducing, but IT is rising. Something else is taking the place of what
Times
kids
have
want.
changed.
Because they wanna play video
What does
games.
IT rising have to do with anything about
Because
music
kids want to
declining?
play video games. So when they
It's
play
something
video
lazy.
games,
They don't
No,
wanna- they're
IT is not lazy. Do you, I mean, how much do you know
They're
about
not
IT?
musically inclined, period.
music helps with a lot of things.
But IT is in music. There's still
It is,
IT
there's
in
still-
music.
yeah,
What
but-
do you mean?
Fake music,
Fake
oh,
music,
you don't
oh my
start.
God.
Don't get him started.
Wait, Mogul, are you in IT? Oh no, did I make that up? Is your background in IT? Or did I make that up?
I'm in tech sales.
Tech sales, excuse me. You're in tech sales. But you're gonna see, with AI and stuff, you're gonna see more of a rising of that anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I
see
did.
it.
I heard a rising of it on Spotify when I was driving from Cleveland to Atlanta, and I heard a fake Michael Jackson record, and I immediately knew this was not really Michael Jackson, that it was AI. So I
Really?
called Spotify and I said, "This song I just heard on Spotify, this is not really Michael Jackson," because I knew the record down. I knew his every riff, his ad libs, and some of that shit was missing. I said, this is not Michael Jackson. This
And it
is
was
AI. So of course the whole car went, how you know that's not Michael Jackson? Because I said, I know this record to the T. I played it over 100 times. This is not the real Michael Jackson. This is an AI. And then when I called Spotify, I had to call all the way to Spotify so they could tell me that, yeah, some of the music right now is AI on Spotify.
With using his voice.
They're using the Michael Jackson voice. Because they want their shit to be more crispier, more digital sounding.
Yeah.
Because those records are analog. Those records recorded analog
They're
on
not
tape.
digital, yeah.
So they don't sound like they're not equally in tune with all the records that are being recorded now on Pro
Wow,
Tools.
nice. So you can use AI now to make music using somebody's voice. I mean, I know. They're trying to, that's what the strike was about in film.
Using like AI voices from other artists.
Which is the reason why they had the strike in Hollywood, because they were trying to use people's pictures
Well,
and
they have access to your likeness once you.
yeah, so they want to use people's videos and pictures without paying them
And voices.
and voices,
Your likeness.
so they could create stuff and then they don't have to pay you as much
Or at all.
at all. Well, they would have to, so they would have to bring someone like Denzel Washington into the studio. He'd have to do like a day of shoot, and then they would do the remaining 21 days using his likeness and
Surprisingly,
voiceover.
the top funding, government funding states is California and New York with programs. In 2024, they get about 100 million specifically for school educated programs in high poverty areas. In New York City, they've invested $1.7 million into the local
Thank you
metro
for stopping.
schools with 20% increase from the previous year. So actually, California and New York have the highest funding for minorities
But-
for music and arts.
In music and arts,
Yep.
okay, specific
Yep.
to music.
I'm looking
Specifically
at all
music and
3
arts.
schools I attended in New York to see if they
So-
still have the music
So,
classes.
and that
I
is,
went to
that's
PS
federal.
75 in Brooklyn, PS 50 in Queens. I went to Walter I. Murray Junior High School, Andrew Jackson High School, Port Richmond High School. I'm gonna call all 4 of those schools and see if music is still in them schools. One is in Brooklyn, one is in Queens, 2 are in Queens, and 1 is in Staten Island. I'm gonna see if they still have their music classes.
Call them, let's do it, on air.
And that's 4 boroughs out of New York.
Okay, so PS 75's, Emily Dickerson, she's in charge of the music program there.
PS 75 in
PS
Brooklyn.
75 in Brooklyn, Emily Dickerson, she's in charge of the music program there. And they have her contact information, you could call her for an interview. Yeah, she's there, so that's one school down. Oh, she actually has a YouTube program. I mean, a YouTube club.
PS 50 in Jamaica, Queens.
You said PS 15? Oh, the PS
50, like 50 cents.
PS 50,
What are you telling me that for?
Queens.
Oh.
Top 4 law and military.
Guys, if you download the app, you might win $50 today.
Right.
Download the Ray Daniels Morning Show. You'll qualify.
Special
You might
program
win
funding.
$50
It
cash.
says ABC New York did a feature on this in December. Special program funding, hold on. Special program funding for PS 145, PS 50, and over 50 other New York City public schools gets funding. The Education Through Music program, yeah, they get an amazing amount of funding. They've been with this program for 30 years now. It's funded by 2 men. They get their grant funding from U.S. Treasury. Just over 150 schools through the 5 boroughs is taking part in this program with New York City public schools for money for the fine arts. Music program, county.
Me too.
Principal Pamela Gather Brown. Having a music program in schools really puts those devices in motion behind home. It's taught discipline to the kids. They're going to college. Oh, Jay-Z even came to the school to speak. Oh. It's a big school. Sandra.
Love Mitch.
Their program director is white.
Love me tender. Love me cha-cha. Love me tender.
After this next song, throw in.
New York is so diverse.
Bless you.
God bless you. this is crazy. They must write this shit off. They gotta write all this.
We're going after this record, okay?
Are we doing a segment?
Yeah. Spiritual vitamin. Let Chichi read what she researched first, okay? Then when he researches, pass it to Mogul, okay? So, well, according to, based on that subject about the demise of music in school, this is what I came up with. You read it, no comment on that, nobody comments on that. Just say what you want to say, then say Mogul, spiritual vitamin, okay? 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 Okay, Chichi? Okay. Brand new Meg Thee Stallion, B.O.A. I wonder how many of those instruments was real in that record. So, Chichi, you did a little bit of research based on what we just talked about music being demised in schools, in urban areas. What did you come up with?
According to Yamaha Music USA, 2019, there was research done by AEDP, the Arts Foundation Data Project, and it looked at the data from 2019 till now. 92% of public school students do have access to music education, but more than 3.6 million students do not. And over 2 million students do not have access to any arts education, which includes dance, music, theater, or visual arts in areas where Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans have the highest population. So that's sad. But there is a height in other things. Kids are not coming outside playing video games, so they're doing other things, which
They're
is
definitely playing video games. Mogul,
just reducing the access to.
Thank you. So y'all already know what it is, man. It is MOG the Mogul, aka Man of God of Mogul. And so you always know you got to keep God first and you got to stay fed. So your boy got a spiritual vitamin for you to digest today. So this spiritual vitamin is going to come from Hebrews. That's going to be the 12th chapter, 5th through the 6th verse. Now I'm going to read this out to you guys. So take heed. And have you completely forgotten this word of encouragement that addresses you as a father addresses his son? It says, "My son, do not make light of the Lord's discipline, and do not lose heart when he rebukes you. Because the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and he chastises everyone he accepts as his son or daughter." Now, for all my people out there that got that word, I needed you to just understand this. Anything that you're going through today,
Right?
anything that you feel is oppressing you, guess what? It is just making you stronger.
Say it again, brother. Say it again.
That God is chastising you. Don't be upset that he has rebuked you, because that's what a father does. He builds a child so that he moves in the direction that is going to best benefit him. So guess what? Whatever you're going through, start rejoicing. Say thank you, God, for moving me in the right direction, for making me strong, for making me prosperous and ready for this next stage of life. This is your boy MOG the Mogul, aka Man of God the Mogul, with another spiritual vitamin for you to digest.
Spiritual vitamin. We're gonna come back with question of the day. Don't go nowhere. It's Fantasia right here on the Ray Daniels Morning Show.
When I feel low, glaring out the window. Outside.
Chichi,
Yes.
research this question of the day, okay? Okay, research the question of the day. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I want you to research while you're on the air so people they know that you're really doing it, okay?
You're not gonna tell me till the question she asked earlier?
No.
Oh, you're gonna, another one, a new one. I'll be ready. The app name, sorry, can you turn that down? Somebody wanna know the app name. This is the app name, y'all. Download the app. Right there. And enter a chance to win $50. Thank you.
After this song, we're here. with my what? Good lady? What? Take it to the streets.
When you want to do the mogul move? You gonna do another segment with somebody else first? Mogul, before you do mogul move, you gonna do another segment before we come back?
Question of the day.
Perfect.
We're going back to a round table. Then do more.
All right, perfect.
See, I heard it all before. It's the Ray Daniels Morning Show, bringing you the best in hip hop and R&B. Today's hottest music with a touch of laughs. Okay, it's for that moment. It's question of the day. I'm gonna pose it to you first, Chichi. Chichi, pass it to Mogul. Mogul, pass it to Topanga. So that way we not, we don't clash. Okay. So here we go. Question of the day: is it cool for men in a relationship to be a house husband, completely stay at home, raise the kids, cook, clean, while the wife brings home the bread?
Well, according to the Bible,
Right.
the man is the provider.
Right.
So if this is a temporary situation where he is without work,
Right.
it can only be temporary. At some point,
But not the question of the day. Let me repeat it.
well, I'm getting to the answer.
Right.
It cannot be a permanent thing for him to be at home and be a house husband,
Okay.
because that's not what
So
God
no for you.
called.
So that's enough for you.
It's a yes and no, because in my situation, oh my God, I said I
This
would not be
question- this
transparent.
question is a permanent.
But in my when I was married, my ex-husband didn't have a job for a while, and I held it down, and he took care of things at home, and we were good, we're good. And my paycheck came, he took my paycheck and handled business, and he took care of things. I would have rose petals, water, bubble bath. He would cook, take the kids to school. When he started working, we switched roles. I still worked, but it was a time he couldn't work because of incarceration.
Church
So
family.
that happens.
Church family.
That happens.
This is a permanent situation.
No.
No, this is okay.
No, then the answer is no if it's a permanent
All right, so
situation.
let me repeat it for the people that just tuned in.
My God.
Is it cool for men in a relationship to be a house husband, completely stay at home, raise the kids, cook, clean, while the wife brings home the bread? Mogul.
The answer to that is it cool? No, it ain't cool.
Right. Your wife is Janet Jackson.
It ain't cool. It ain't cool.
Your wife is Oprah.
It ain't cool. It
Your wife
ain't
is
cool.
Rihanna.
It ain't cool.
Okay.
It ain't cool. That's the answer. The answer to the question is not cool, because you asked, was it cool? I don't think it's cool. I don't think I would see him and be like, he's cool.
Right. So
He ain't lying.
Stedman ain't cool?
Nope.
ASAP Rocky's not cool?
It's
For
a Rocky
one.
words.
They making money.
It's a Rocky
Oh,
words.
this is my time.
It's emojis time. Go ahead.
So, Stedman, who I've met,
Right?
he's a cool dude,
Cool,
but
dude.
him and Oprah aren't married.
Right.
Okay, so
Touche.
so you know, and you talked about ASAP Rocky. Is ASAP Rocky?
They're not married either.
ASAP, they're not married either, huh?
Right.
There we go.
Yeah,
So
couple of bastard kids.
we don't have
Why you
any
calling them
situation.
bastard kids?
That is the term.
So it's
when you
not
have
cool.
kids out of
To
wedlock.
me, it's not.
the child's
I don't think
bastard.
it's a cool thing. But if he likes it, I love it.
Amen. Topanga.
ASAP Rocky works, Stedman works. I didn't see you name a person that doesn't work.
Now, I was just throwing those names out
Oh, I
there.
was gonna say, I
But the question of the day is it cool for men in a relationship to be a house husband, completely stay at home, raise the kids, cook, clean, while the wife brings home the bread?
don't have a
House
problem.
husband.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't.
Why?
If the wife is out working and they don't want to get a nanny and they trust the father only, I don't think there's anything wrong with a man raising his children. I don't know the predicament of why he's at home. I don't know why he's at home.
He's a house husband.
But I don't know why he doesn't
He
work.
could be handicapped.
He could be
His
handicapped, he could
title-
have a disability, but I
He
don't
could be
know
on
why.
disability, yeah.
I don't know why
You
he
gotta
doesn't
make
work.
excuses. The question is the question.
You just asked me a
He's a
question and I'm
house
telling you, I don't
husband.
know why. Okay, I know why some women are housewives. Some women are housewives because tradition. Some people are housewives because of religion.
Well, let me give
Some
you a
women are
scenario.
housewives because they can't work.
Let me
Some
give you a
women are
scenario.
housewives because they don't trust other people with their children.
I'm cool with everything you just
Okay,
said.
so
let
I
me give you a
don't know the
scenario.
reason why he does not work.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. His wife doesn't want him to work. She wants him to stay home. Like most men say, I don't want you to work. She doesn't want him to work. She wants him to raise the kids because he's better at doing that. She wants him to cook because he's better at cooking. He wants him to clean because she doesn't like to clean. She wants him to be a house husband. Period. Just stay home. Let me get the bread. Are you cool with that?
Wait, so you're saying she's the only one that's allowed to make an income? I'm confused.
So
So now you added,
Mogul,
let me make the bread.
I'm not gonna repeat it. Would you mind repeating what I just said, Mogul?
Because the first time you didn't say, let me stay home and make the
All right,
bread.
so
Because there's
set
tons of men
scenario.
that stay at home and make money. You said, this
Yeah.
scenario you gave is,
Scenario. House husband. Is
I,
what he is.
and again, I had
You're
no
not gonna make him
problem.
a person that work at home.
You just, the first time you said a house husband. A house husband doesn't mean you're not
That's the
making
first
money.
time I said it.
The first time you said a house husband, then you said he's making the bread. So if he's not making any money home, that's a different thing. You said two different things. You gave a scenario. That's when you changed the scenario. That's why I'm saying, okay.
I did change the scenario. I clearly said that. So,
So-
this is what I'm talking about.
You asked me a question.
Let me ask you all a question with both women. We're gonna start with you, Chichi, then we're gonna go to her. What is that? What is the definition of a housewife?
A housewife stays at home.
Right.
She's very pretty. Likes to. Sorry. She. Looking at myself, I'm the housewife. So takes care of the kids and takes them to school, soccer, book club. You know, she's the portal. She does the prayer. She does the
Right.
yes. She's the source of a
Megan,
lot
what's
of
your
good things.
definition of a housewife?
I don't know the definition of housewife. I've seen.
She could still make money from home. Though.
Yeah, but say I
That's
know
not,
tons of
that's not what we're
housewives.
saying. Let me repeat.
You
the
did
question.
say that. You gave a scenario.
Housewives make money.
Generally,
Atlanta Housewives. There's a show called Atlanta Housewives.
They make
Beverly Hills
money.
Housewives. They all make
Make
money.
money.
They're housewives and they all make money. They all have businesses and brands and all that.
I'm
So
gonna say this,
you throw
but
me off.
generally a housewife to me knows
Doesn't
that
work.
does not work.
Doesn't work.
That's generally a cost.
That's the common.
Consensus is generally housewives don't work.
see, that's
Okay.
throwing me off because when you watch the franchise, the 12 franchises of Atlanta Housewives, these women are home, but they all have income coming in. So you're throwing me off when you say because a house husband to me doesn't mean he's broke. He just is primarily
I didn't
home
say you
raising.
were broke.
So that's why I'm confused. So I don't have a problem with a house husband because he's home, he's still making money. Now, if you're saying he's not making any money, and that's just a broke person, that's different.
I didn't say nothing about him being broke.
I didn't say you said that.
But-
Again, you changed the scenario and said that he's at home, he's not bringing home money. The woman's
I didn't
making
say
all
that.
the money. You said that she's the breadwinner.
She's
making
the
all money.
breadwinner. I didn't say he wasn't making money.
Oh, then I don't see the
She
problem.
might be giving him an allowance every Friday for doing what he's doing. All right, so at the end of the day,
So the housewife,
I
so
say
so
no.
stay-at-home moms. Forbes had already issued an article basically saying the equivalent of a stay-at-home mom is 3 jobs.
what about
That
the
is how
stay-at-home husband?
a stay-at-home
That's what the
mom.
question is.
Listen,
Same
a stay-at-home because we're getting the same thing. It doesn't matter what gender does it.
The same
A
thing.
stay-at-home parent is the equivalent of 3 jobs.
Yep.
3 salary jobs because of all the tasks they're doing. They actually work more, so it actually saves you money. So I don't see the problem with a stay-at-home husband because they're working the equivalent of 3 jobs.
Excellent.
Okay,
That's
great.
good. I like that. Let's go to SWV. You are the one right here on the Ray Jenkins Morning Show. Mogul moves.
Got it.
Dum dum. Treat you the way you wanted to. For her, I know. Don't remix for Big Boy. Chance. Let's see. What could it can be? I'm so worried. Look out where am I? Things to do. Word. It's not that long. SWB, talking about you're the one for me right here. The Ray Jenkins Morning Show, bringing you the best of hip hop and R&B. Today's hottest music with a touch of laughter. If you want me to be your house husband for whatever reason, give me a call right now, 678-834-8949. We're gonna go right into a Mogul moment right now. Then I'm gonna call my peoples from You Choose Radio, our brand new affiliate. Let's get it, man.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy M.O.G., the Mogul. And you know I got a Mogul move for you. So what up, Atlanta? Y'all know what it is. It's Atlanta Tech Week. So, in Atlanta, Atlanta Tech Week brings together the local technology ecosystem, fostering collaboration and creating a nurturing environment for all participants by promoting knowledge sharing, networking, and idea exchange. This event paves the way for Atlanta to flourish as a hub of technology and innovation and opportunity. Shouts out to Atlanta. You know, I am a recipient of a degree, an alumni of ATV, which is Atlanta Tech Village. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Where they select minorities to be able to come in and teach them from A to Z how to start a startup, get funded, how to get it out into the market. And so Atlanta is definitely on the rise. So shouts out to Atlanta Tech Week. Atlanta Tech Week is going to be Atlanta Tech Park. Address is 105 Technology Parkway. That's going to be at Peachtree Corners, Atlanta, Georgia. Connors, Georgia. And that's going on, started at 9, it's going to go into 5. You can go to ATL Tech, ATL.tech. So go to ATL.tech so you can go ahead and register, pop out there, network, and they're talking about how to position yourself for the exit. Build a company, sell a company, become a multi-millionaire, man. So it's Atlanta Tech Week. It's your boy MOG the Mogul with another Mogul move for you.
Hey.
Okay, with that being said, we're gonna call our people over the phone, DJ Smiles, brand new affiliate. Woo-hoo! What? So listen, King. So we're about to bring the massive to the massive. So at the end of the day, I got a question for you, okay? How do you feel about the house husband? A man that's staying home with no means of income, this is just depending on his wife, period, taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, making sure the house is in shape, and maybe he gets his allowance from his wife every Friday. Are you cool with being a house husband? That get it to the point. And tell us why. Right. I know that's right. Shut. Right. Right. This is different coming from someone from the Caribbean island, because most men from the Caribbean island have an ego, like pride, you know, and they don't want to stay at home and be that house husband, you know. So, but that, right.
Exactly. Like I said.
Right. But the question is solely relying on your wife for income. That's what the question is meant to be. Like, you gotta be that. So your answer changes.
Exactly what I said.
Right. We can all make the question fit us if we change it around and manipulate it for what it is. So the question is, could you be a house husband and solely rely on your wife's income? Period. That's the question. All right. So now your answer changes. Right or I stop. But you got something to say?
Yeah, I was definitely saying if you're working from home, you don't have the time to do all the things necessary.
Cooking clean, right?
You know, that a wife would do because if you're working from home, like I was working from home, a lot of people working from home, like you're monitored on your computer where you need. I'm saying if you're working a job, now you have a business, then you may have what leads you to do what you want to do. But when you're working a job, your computers are monitored. They want to make sure that you're online. You know, things of that nature. And if you're actually doing something that's actually, you know, you're talking to people, you're busy. So, you know, essentially that could get in the way. But of course, you know, you might be able to manipulate and things
kids
of
are
that
older,
nature.
they're
And
well behaved, on
Well,
schedule.
we just keep changing the situation.
No, I'm saying, because a lot of moms did have to work at home and their kids were home.
Talk about husbands.
What he's talking about is how can you do both? How can you be attentive to your job and take care of the children? If you have to be focused on the computer.
I know my son, I ain't doing nothing with him. He's running around, he's one.
Oh, that's different. Of course, a 1-year-old needs your attention.
Well, yeah, so, within that aspect, but yeah.
That's what I checked. We didn't list the demographic of the
We're
child.
not talking about that. We're talking about what Mogul's statement was about being at home and being attentive and
Well,
monitoring.
each situation, of course, is going to change. Let's focus on the question. Rasta. So the question is, can you stay at home and rely totally on your wife's income? Cook, clean, right? So in Mogul,
I want to know why. Tell us why you feel that way.
Exactly. Why not? No.
No income.
She's
No income.
She's gonna do what she's gonna do what a man does for a housewife. She's gonna provide you what
He
you
said
need.
even a dog get a better
I
treatment
have a
than that.
question. I have a question for you. So, say your wife isn't just the average woman that works. Say your wife.
Janet Jackson's your wife.
Yeah. Say if your wife is a very, very high earner. She's a politician. She's an entertainment artist, stuff like that. Would you? And she doesn't trust anyone else with her children but you. Then would you be able to sacrifice that if you were dating, let's say Oprah or something? Would you be able to make that sacrifice and take care of the children while she's pursuing her career? Okay, as long as you of course you're now. I get what you're saying now. 400 when he said $400, of course, no, that's a no. But if you're getting $2,000, okay, I get what you're saying. Depending on what she's giving you or how y'all handle y'all finances, got it.
Right.
Okay, so the answer
So-
changes again.
So,
For $400, he said, "I'm not doing that for $400."
This island man.
No. He's right though. A stay-at-home mom.
So Star, since we manipulated
Gonna
the
wash
question,
her drawers.
since we
He said he can't do that for $400. Dogs get better treatment than
I'm
that.
gonna wash her drawers for
manipulating the
$2 grand
question-
though.
Let me get a word in. Since we're manipulating the question, Star, okay, what if the poon poon was just that great? The poon poon alone.
Oh
He
God.
said he's not doing it for $400. You don't care how good he's doing it.
Right.
You gotta pay him more. He said dogs get better treatment than $400. He said the allowance has to add up. It has to make sense.
All right. With that being said, thank you.
20 grand a day. Oh my God.
Thank
To
you,
watch his
Star. GJ Smiles.
It's bigger. Her drawers are bigger. You gotta wash more.
We got him, Star. We out. Thank you. Right.
Hey yo. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was good.
This sounds like a gold digger.
Here's
to me.
Bye by John A. Keep it locked.
Oh
He sounds like
my.
a gold digger. His price went up.
He talking about she got bigger drawers.
Drawers is bigger. 20 grand a day. God.
Y'all hear
damn.
this? Yeah, I'm telling you, I gotta tune into the Ray Daniels morning
God,
show. Download the app. You see that? Get a
He said,
chance
"Hold
to
on,
win
we talking
$50.
Politician now. I need a little.
I need a little bit more money.
That's crazy. 400 was fine when she was working at. When she
At
was working at
McDonald's, corporate. Now
Now
she make 200,000. Yo, she got to give me $2 grand. I'll wash her drawers.
Going in this direction, starting with you first, going this way, back to me. Some people have a problem with that. Pass it. Say her name.
Oh, MOG next.
No.
Oh, go to Topanga next. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I was up last night praying. Do my night's prayers, and during the day I feel like, ooh, I do my job at night. I have my night's walker. Oh my gosh. If you join my prayer group, I send you the link.
Can this person come on Thursday? Just email?
Thursday, let me text. Find out.
Yeah, really don't want to come on Thursday. Period.
She would just put the money in the account, and
Yo,
then if
you
you
know
need
what's
anything,
crazy?
go get it.
A lot of couples, whether it's men or women, they'll put their significant others on payroll. They'll put their kids.
That's how it's supposed to be.
My friend from Germany, her dad put her like on payroll, her mom on payroll. Like he's a high earner, but they put their families on
I
payroll.
had my girl on payroll for
I think it's like amazing, actually.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Like when you think about it, like putting your significant other on payroll.
Yeah, you
is
get,
actually-
especially if you have a lot of money, then keeping the money in the family.
Keep it in the
They have,
family,
they need
yeah.
anything, they have money.
Like Mogul said, he did it back in
When
the
we go
day.
back on here, we're not gonna bring this subject up like that.
Yes.
We're just gonna do like, how, tell people how they can follow you, okay?
Okay,
We're not gonna bring up a subject to talk about.
okay.
Not talking about it, it was a
I'm just
side
saying, I'm just
It was
giving,
just
I'm just letting
side
you know,
conversation,
in the past.
People love it though,
in
like
the
I'm getting a lot of
past, you
views
start
on
talking about
YouTube.
something else.
Uh,
Just something that can follow
I'm
you,
in live
say
on
goodbye,
YouTube
something
today.
that can follow you goodbye, something that can follow you goodbye.
I should do
okay?
Instagram, but this phone is dying.
We're not gonna bring up no other subject
My
to talk
Instagram phone
about.
is dying. Hey YouTube fans, thank y'all for tuning in today. Sorry I haven't really been.
Ready?
Yep. But we're about to get out of here.
oh, I do remember you want to fuck.
One of my favorite groups of all time, John Nay, talking about the vibe. It's the Ray Dance One Show, bringing you the best of hip hop and R&B. Today's hottest music with a touch of laughs. It's that time, y'all. It's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Right.
Goodbye.
That's the new single.
I'm Chichi Styles. I'm getting out of here. You can find me, Chichi Styles, ChichiStyleXE on all social media platforms and music platforms, by the way.
Payment.
Hey guys, it's your girl Topanga Monty. I am Miss Sluts and Eggs, and you can find me on all platforms at Topanga, Topanga, Vonte, Vonte.
And y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy MOG the Mogul. And you can definitely tap into all of my mogul moves at mogthemogul.com.
And that's it, man. That's our show. Thank you for tuning in. Here's my man, Biscuit, right here with Masterpiece, right here at the Ray Dance One Show. You can follow me at RAYDILKANG. Let's get it.